Florida drives into Baton Rouge to battle the #1 team in the country, LSU. The SEC on CBS. College football at its best. Saturday.
Like so many great pioneers before me, guided only by a dream, I'm embarking on a journey of epic proportion. I will travel from sea to shining sea, through amber waves of grain, and I won't stop until I've helped every driver in America save hundreds on car insurance. Well, I'm at the parking lot. That's a good start.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Green Bay will be receiving the second half kickoff with that 28-17 lead. Let's take a look at the NFL Mobile Recap presented by Verizon. First touchdown of the game for the Packers. Rodgers to Nelson. You knew this was coming after watching it unfold in practice this week.
A couple times in practice they made it work here in the game.
Nelson would later recover an onside kick to set up another touchdown.
Well, this is what you worry about when you receive the kick against a great offensive team, that they'll have a 2-minute drive and be successful and then get the kickoff in the second half.
They've already done part one of that equation. Up again very deep. He had that 108-yard run back in the season opener to tie the NFL record of Ellis Hobbs. Did it for New England back in 08. Okay, it's 28-17. Second half. Orton, by the way, second quarter was 6 of 6, 120 and 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he played very well. Nice adjustment by their offense. The question is, can their defense find a way to slow down this Green Bay Packers offense? I think that's going to be the hard part for him.
Can you believe Donald Driver is back in the game?
Saw him run out of the tunnel, and he was in agony.
And he got hit inadvertently by Brian Dawkins on the Rodgers touchdown run.
Go back to that look they had success with the end of the first half. 5 wide receivers.
So spread it out right away, and they hit Finley. Finley in a seam to the 36 and a pickup of 16. Ridden down DJ Williams. Decker with 2 touchdown catches today, 4 on the season, plus a punt return. And meanwhile, Rodgers accounting for 3 scores. 2 passes, 1 rush. Also Woodson interception return for a touchdown. And that's got us at 28-17. Good toss over to Nelson. Able to hurdle past the first hit. Jumped right past Cassius Vaughn and able to take it for 16.
Well, yeah, that was one of those double plays. It was a run. Aaron Rodgers said, nope, I'll throw the pass outside. Look what they did in the first half. Well, 3, 4 big plays. And you hope going into a game, Jim, in the NFL that, hey, if we can get 4 or 5 big plays for the total game, counting both sides of the ball, we're in good shape. Well, they did it all in the first half.
They start the second half with 2 16-yard pass plays. And now from the Denver 48. And there's a sack. Able to get hold of him by the ankles was Von Miller, his second sack of the day.
Yeah, it was awesome. Good job by Von Miller. Bottom of your screen there. Look, coming around. Gets right around him that time and is able to get the sack. Newhouse making his first start this year. Not able to get Von Miller on the speed move. But Von Miller and Elvis Dumervil, they're doing their job. The problem is Aaron Rodgers just get rid of the football so fast. Can't slow down the outside receivers.
And second and 13. Pass thrown a little behind Finley with Dawkins on the coverage. We talked to Brian Dawkins last night. He'd like to get into coaching after his playing days.
Yeah, what did he say? He goes, I want to definitely start out high school coaching. Got a son that's a freshman in high school. Like to coach him for a few years.
Yeah, Brian Jr.
And the big thing about Brian Dawkins, 16 years, and what did he call himself? A contact safety.
Yep.
So he's not comes up, makes the tackles, does what he has to do, and just been a tremendous leader his whole career. Philadelphia and in Denver too.
13 years in Philadelphia. They miss him back there. 3rd and 13, and Rodgers pass. That is ruled a catch. A diving grab by James Jones.
Boy, tremendous coverage down the field. Then he catches the football. Cassius Vaughn makes him go around, and look at that bend inside. The low throw, it's very safe. Wow, what a catch.
3rd and 13, and they pick up 18.
But when you do it all the time in practice and you throw a lot in games, Jim, you just get good at making spectacular throws, and the receivers, through the repetitions, they get used to making spectacular catches.
Starks trying to get the edge and won't. Dumerville runs him out, no gain.
But you know, the Green Bay Packers, they do so much. They have their tight ends. They get under the center. He has big play action passes, which we saw to Jordy Nelson. But when they put the 5 wide receivers in, to me, what do you do on the defensive side? The quarterback's mobile. He'll run on you like he did for the touchdown. And you can't get up there and play bump and run on all 5 receivers.
Cassius Vaughn coming over.
Mike McCarthy says our offense, we throw it to set up the run.
Miss penalty. Good piece of tackling coming up to make the play. Jonathan Wilhite, the former Patriot, holds him to 3.
And you know, when you throw it so much, you're able to make quick decisions. No outside, then stands up. Look at that, jumps up, makes the throw. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, that's what separates him, in my eyes, from the other quarterbacks in the NFL. He has all the deliveries. He can throw it off balance, tremendous on the run. And when there's a small window, nobody can drive it in like he can. Nobody. He is the best hard thrower of the football in the league right now.
Has to get to the 23 for a first. 3rd down throw is knocked away. No, there's a flag. It's going to be on Wilhite. Trying to guard Greg Jennings, and that'll give the Packers another 1st down.
Well, what I do like, if you look, Jim, these last couple 3rd down throws.
Interference, defense, number 29. Ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Jennings was slow to get to his feet, and he jogs to the sideline.
What you notice these last, at least Jennings in the slot, gets inside. He has the arm there. He did not pull him. It's the look. So if he pulled him, you'd have seen the wide receiver turn towards the defender. I did not. You are allowed to put your hand on the back of receivers in the NFL.
1st down from the 21. It's Nelson again, and he is swung around and out of bounds at the 13 by Cassius Vaughn. Again, Vaughn in there today with Champ Bailey, inactive with a hamstring.
Keeping the pace going. I think one complaint that the Aaron Rodgers kind of had about the Green Bay Packer offense, he goes, I think we pull off too quick. In other words, once we get rolling, let's go. Don't tell me we're going to manage the game the last 1/4 1/2. Let's keep going, pressuring the defense. Didn't do that last week in Chicago.
Jennings back in after missing a snap, and the draw starts. No gain. Woodyard came up and met him head on the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's no doubt, right, as you watch it here, Jim, with me, that the Denver Broncos have decided we're going to get up there a little tighter, because that philosophy you had in the 1st half, that's not going to work. It has no chance.
It did not work.
And Dennis Allen, you know, you can't be afraid. And Brian Dawkins said it. We are not afraid. They have not blitzed Aaron Rodgers maybe as much as I thought they would.
3rd and a yard. Jones is the lone receiver to the right. They go inside. John Kuhn has the 1st down. Picks up 3.
Well, he did the usual. Great decoy by Aaron Rodgers. Snap count, looking around. Quick snap. Kuhn gets in there, but Scotty Wells and Josh Sitton, number 71, the right guard, do a good job of really just pushing the pile. Look how far they're down the field, and the running back follows.
So 1st and goal to go. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. 11th play of this drive. Rodgers again was trying to run to the end zone and got caught from behind by Von Miller.
Well, a little different defense this time. They were not going to let him run up there. 58 gets off the blocker, gets away from Newhouse and makes the tackle. But there were linebackers and defenders coming fast at Aaron Rodgers that time.
No sack. It picked up a yard on that play. Miller already has 2 sacks. This is their drive down the field, trying to do the double you talked about, scoring with seconds to go in the first half. Coming out, receiving the second half kickoff. 2nd and goal, and Rodgers inside the 5 and down to the 1. He wants the touchdown, and they say no.
It could be. If it looks like it's a touchdown and we see a replay, would Mike McCarthy challenge? Was he on the back of a receiver? Good footwork, open up in the pocket.
Ooh, that might be a touchdown.
Well, from that angle, it looks like it. The first angle might be a little more discrepancy.
Mike McCarthy tosses the flag, the challenge flag.
And I would, if I was Mike McCarthy, looking at the score.
Green Bay is challenging the ruling on the field.
And you don't want to try a 4th down run in the NFL from close. It's so hard to get. And
we'll see.
Southwest makes the call.
Okay, game time decision. You gonna stand for another one of their $150 change fees, or are you gonna fly Southwest?
No change fees. Southwest Airlines. It's the right call.
When you play in the same sandbox as luxury SUVs, it helps to have the quality and craftsmanship of your leather interior test better than the Lexus RX 350. It's also helpful to set your select terrain dial to sand.
When you're looking for a twist, crack open a Bud Light Lime. It's a fraction of the whole, but it's hard to control. The great taste of Bud Light with a twist. Bud Light Lime. All the refreshment of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Bud Light Lime. It's Bud Light with a twist.
Andy Rooney. He's become an American icon.
Not many people in this world are as lucky as I've been.
And he's making his last regular appearance tonight on 60 Minutes.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Well, it's a close call. Watch Aaron Rodgers. Woodyard, he falls right on top of. He plants his hand. It's all good so far. As he reaches out, he knows he's close. He keeps his body off the ground. And as it comes forward, all that has for a touchdown, if the tip of that football is touching any part of that white line, that is a touchdown. Very close to call. It's so close, I think they're going to leave the football where it's at.
Well, you don't think it's conclusive enough?
It's just so close. You're really...
After reviewing the play, the quarterback got the ball in the end zone prior to his knee touching on the ground. It's a touchdown. Please reset the game clock to 8:26. Green Bay is not charged with a timeout.
Sorry. I could have stumbled with my words a little bit longer and I wouldn't have had to make that prediction. Scott Green saw enough evidence. I thought it was just so close, but he thought that Aaron Rodgers, the tip of that football hit that white line. It's a touchdown.
Well, he's now thrown for 2 and run for 2. He's the first Packer quarterback with 2 rushing touchdowns in a game since Favre in Dallas back in 1995. And now Crosby. It's good. So they get that touchdown in the last seconds of the first half and come right out to start the third quarter with a touchdown drive again. 35-17.
Okay, so what kind of car do I want? Has to be an SUV. Definitely silver. New or used?
Now compare new and used cars and even special offers side by side.
Gotta be new.
So when you find the right car, you'll know it in your heart.
Sweet.
Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
To be more environmentally aware, we are now printing on the back sides of used paper. And we switched to FedEx because a lot of their packaging contains recycled materials. Tell them what else FedEx does.
Well, we're now using more electric trucks and lower emission planes. We even offer a reusable envelope.
Now, can't we at least print on the back sides of used paper?
What's the executive compensation list?
Sustainable solutions. FedEx. Solutions that matter.
What makes 2.5 Men TV's #1 show?
The only reason to wear a hat on a date is if you're hiding a bald spot.
For your next date. Good old-fashioned family values.
What are you guys doing here?
It's your weekend to have custody of this.
42 million viewers can't be wrong.
How many zeros in a million, Jake?
M-I-L-L-I-O-N. 1. New 2.5 Men. Then, is Mike's bachelor pad big enough for 2?
There's no counter space in the bathroom.
That's my reading table.
That's right next to your thinking seat.
All new Mike and Molly after 2.5 Men. CBS Monday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. FedEx. FedEx does more than shipping. FedEx, solutions that matter. And by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go.
Jim Nantz, Phil Simms here in Green Bay, and the Packers put up 5 touchdowns now in the game. 4 with Rodgers having a hand in it. And then 1 by Woodson. And an interception return. Crosby. Taking this one out, running hard. Out to the 34. He got replaced once by Cassius Vaughn on the returns. He said, give me another chance. Gives him a good starting point.
There goes Dwayne's car.
Oh, man.
There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne.
Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Nice landing.
It was.
Get to a better state.
If you're gonna build a fuel-efficient car, the first thing you gotta do is make a car that's worth building. One with character and conviction. That has all the luxury you'd expect. And pride that you can notice from down the street. Then, and only then, do you put in an 8-speed transmission that gets 31 miles per gallon. That combination of luxury and efficiency only comes from one place in the world.
Incredible.
Gorgeous guys.
It's clearly an escort.
Hopeless housewives.
He really cared about me.
The first guy that I dated, well, not dead.
Did you know he was going to be killed?
Just another killer day in Miami.
Get down!
A new CSI Miami tonight, only CBS.
on Moreno.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
It's not going well. The stationary bikes are breaking down.
See what they do here in 2 of the Green Bay. They go with McGahee for about 2, maybe 3. That's been a long time since that offense has really had a real play. They had a kneel down before halftime, but it's been almost 50 minutes real time since Orton last threw a pass.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, when you're over there and you're going, wow, they are just shredding our defense. Let's see if we can go out and maybe contribute. No, you know what? That's all gone. Now you can just do whatever it takes to score. Don't be worried about trying to protect your defense. Well, what is it they say? That horse is out of the barn.
2nd and 8. And Orton picks up the first. The pass to Virgil Green, another rookie they found in the draft in the 7th round out of Nevada. Woodson brings him down. Orton did not miss again in that 2nd quarter, going in this direction. 6 of 6, 120 yards and 2 touchdown throws.
Well, you take away the interception, of course. You can say this about a lot of games, take away something, but it's been very sharp, on target. And the biggest thing of all, they're getting the ball down the field. They have a few times today.
On 1st down, and it's over to Lloyd. Nice route he runs there to the 39. Working on Sam Shields for 16. Keep up with the NFL when you're on the go. The NFL's mobile apps are all new for the 2011 season. Go to NFL.com/mobile and learn more. Lloyd is over 100 on the game, 113 yards receiving. That is McGahee. Near another first. Now we've got an update. Let's take it to James Brown in New York.
New England does not believe in back-to-back losses.
No, they don't, JB. When you're tired of throwing the football, you just hand it off the right side to Steven Ridley. He takes this ball 33 yards, put the Pats up 24-10 over the Raiders, but the Raiders are driving.
24-10, New England, 7-11 left in the 3rd. Jim Nance, Phil Simms.
All right, the rookie running back getting some work today for Belichick's Patriots. They're up 14. That last run was good for 10 in the 1st. McGahee getting another call. Running into Clay Matthews for only a yard. You met with Clay Matthews on Friday. What did you think of your visit?
Well, of course, it was very enlightening. And Clay Matthews, I know the statistics are not high, but everything I watched, I like the way he's playing. He's missed a couple sure sacks, 6 tackles for losses, and the effort is high. And remember, too, when Green Bay gets up and they're ahead of you, they're not going to let Clay Matthews be a pass rusher. Unfortunately, he's judged on one thing. How many sacks do you have?
On 2nd and 10, there's a flag down as Orton goes to the end zone, and just a little too much for Brandon Lloyd. Let's check the flag.
Illegal shift, offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Well, we were talking about Clay Matthews and all that family history. It's pretty remarkable when you get down to it.
There's the father, Clay.
Yeah,
played 19 years in the NFL.
Or his Uncle Bruce played 19 years. He's got a younger brother, Chase, who's playing at Oregon. You think about his father and his uncle. It's 38 years in the NFL. They never got to a Super Bowl. He got his ring in his 2nd year. Young Clay. His grandfather played in the league as well.
Right, his brother's playing with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep, 2nd down and 14. And Moreno's off the bike and taking off the screen pass to the 26.
Perfect call by the offense. Mike McCoy right in rhythm, expected blitz. They got the screen pass away from Kyle Orton's right. You'll see, here comes Woodson. They're coming free. Let them go. Good blocking outside. J.D. Walton getting in the way.
It's going to be a 3rd down coming up. And Moreno had bodies collapsing on him. Lance Ball has come in for the first time in the Denver backfield. Flanking the quarterback. Need to get to the 19 for a first. And they have the first, and the ball's out. picked up by Burnett. Burnett picks up the fumble out to the 14. They may want to check, make sure he had full grasp of that catch. It was Fells with the catch. Stripped away by Bishop, recovered by Burnett.
When you play in the same sandbox as luxury SUVs, it helps to have the quality and craftsmanship of your leather interior test better than the Lexus RX 350. It's also helpful to set your select terrain dial to sand.
AT&T and Verizon charge you extra for going over 2 gigabytes of data. T-Mobile slows down your data speed. With Sprint, you don't get charged extra and you don't slow down. And you get unlimited data, text, and calling to any mobile for only $79.99. The best unlimited plan wins. Make the most of unlimited data with a brilliant screen on a pencil-thin phone. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch.
Sports bars can get pretty intense. To stay cool, you need a little coaching.
That's where I come in. That's about frost-brewed time, Johnson.
Coach uses lots of techniques to keep us refreshed.
I can't believe you missed extra pint. It's not just cold, it's super cold.
He yells at us.
Why is this empty, lover boy?
When it comes to big refreshment, we could all use a little coaching. Cross-brewed Coors Light, the game's most refreshing beer.
Ditka up, ditka down.
Don't miss TV's #1 new drama, Unforgettable, Tuesday, only CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And by Chrysler, imported from Detroit.
Aerial coverage of this game provided by MetLife. I thought we might see a challenge flag come out from the Broncos sideline, but no. And they had a chance during that break upstairs to look at it.
You're right.
It's going to hold up as a fumble and a recovery by Burnett. And the fake to Starks and Rodgers. DJ Williams, nice open field tackle. It's only a 1-yard gain.
Well, Daniel Fells going right down the middle. Desmond Bishop, here's the catch, secures it, does have possession, and then it takes it a while before it's knocked out. Now, how you judge, is it a catch or not? You judge it by full speed. When you watch it full speed, it's not bang, bang, so you know it's a catch. That's how you judge it. Even if you get your feet down, you have possessions, if it's a bang, bang play, it's incomplete. So you got to be careful how you judge the rule.
Starks gets through the hole. There is a flag down. It's coming back. He's taken out of bounds near the 22. So the Broncos throw it.
Holding. Offense. Number 63. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Scott Wells, the center. Talk about mistakes, though. They throw the touchdown pass run back by Woodson, and then they would have had first down, 1st and goal inside the 5.
They would. Big play. And, you know, I think John Fox, after you watch those replays, if there was any hope at all, Jim, he would have thrown that flag, because you just go, wow, this could be the game, even though it's third quarter. You can't afford to lose points if you're the Denver Broncos against this team.
Second down and 16 after the 5 yards. Stepped off against the Packers. And Rodgers in stride. It's caught, but he spins away. If he gets his legs, no one to stop him, but he never was able to really get fully balanced because Dawkins caught up to him. That is a speedster right there, Randall Cobb. And it goes for 61 yards. What a job breaking the tackle.
Inside receiver, Randall Cobb. And this is just, well, I don't know what to say. I got a lot of terms. He just fires it in there. Again, Jim, it's the vertical passing game. going up the field, just finding seams against zone defenses and let the quarterback's talent make the play. And it was tight. And Randall Cobb, he caught the fastball. And then, of course, you said it, very talented after the catch.
Got away from Mays and Moore all the way to the Denver 31. Dump pass. And Starks has it for another 9. Well, Starks, it's not like the ground game has been something they've needed today.
He's good enough.
Caught 5 balls, though.
Yes.
Starks with 8 carries for 26 yards.
Aaron Rodgers, 23 of 29. Oh, my gosh, 359, these numbers. But, well, you know, the thing about the Packers, very few cheap throws. You know, it's not like screens. And these are like, let me rip it down the field. Throws and catches. That's the difference in their numbers to some of the others. The others have the cute screens, a lot of plays where they fool the defense. The Packers just do it with talent.
2nd and 1. Got a burst on this one, and he's right out of bounds. Picks up 6 and a first. Boy, James Starks.
Yep.
We talked to Aaron Rodgers about him, the 2nd-year running back out of Buffalo. He said, you know, last year it was almost a laughing stock because he was always injured. He missed the first 11 games last year.
Yeah.
And once Grant went out, they had to ride the rookie through the postseason. Boy, did he step up.
Didn't know what to do with the offense last year. Always making mistakes, stumbling and fumbling around, doing everything. And like you said, they had a little fun with it, but he answered it for him down at the end, and it just changed everything about him as a player this year.
Confident. They fake to him inside, and they go to the end zone, and another touchdown, Green Bay. James Jones this time gets in on the action. Boy, did Rodgers toss that one perfectly.
I wonder if anybody in our studio, they had a talk today, and they were saying, is Aaron Rodgers the best quarterback in football right now? Well, from a physical standpoint, there's a lot to the game, of course, but the throws, they're incredible.
What'd you think of this throw right here?
Look at the coverage. Look at the window. It's so small, but he drives them in there. To have an arm that strong, that's one thing, but to be that accurate. And it takes no effort. That's the other thing. He does it in just the natural flow of his body.
His 3rd touchdown pass of the day. He's run for 2 more. 1 to Jennings, 1 to Nelson, and now 1 to Jones. And the Packers are over 40, 42-17.
Are you curious about new ideas? Do you want to learn a new language? Or just a new word? Maybe you want to know more about anatomy or astronomy. You could master something new or uncover a hidden talent. There's never been a better time to learn.
You learned a thing or two. This is the age of knowing what needs to be done. So, why would you let something like erectile dysfunction get in your way? Isn't it time you talk to your doctor about Viagra? 20 million men already have. With every age comes responsibility. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor. See if America's most prescribed ED treatment is right for you.
CBS is once again America's most watched network with the #1 drama NCIS, the #1 new drama Unforgettable, the #1 new show 2 Broke Girls, the #1 news program 60 Minutes, and the #1 show on television 2.5 Men. Get the picture? Only CBS.
42-17, 2 touchdowns in this quarter by the Packers to break it open. This comes after recovering a fumble, stripping the tight end Fells. Crosby from 4 yards in the end zone. It's a 30-yard run back.
Well, Aaron Rodgers a couple times today. First off, Jordy Nelson against Brian Dawkins. Tough for any safety in the NFL to cover a receiver coming at him full speed. So nice move by Jordy Nelson. Then the seam right down, and nobody covering Greg Jennings. Easy touchdown for Aaron Rodgers. Well, this last throw was the best of the day. If you're a defensive back, you go to the sideline and go, he's hot.
Handoff goes to McGahee, and all this is happening while Kyle Orton has hit his last 10 throws. Hasn't missed since the first quarter.
Well, you were making fun of me in the pregame show because I said some nice things about Aaron Rodgers.
And you just said, I've never seen you so giddy about a player. It's nice to see you, all the excitement.
You know, it's like
a crush.
You cover, it's like a crush. It's like you covering Tiger Woods. He really has performed at that level at his heyday. That's how good he's thrown the football.
You told me it's as good as you've seen ever. 2nd down and 6. Orton's almost intercepted. That's again his first incompletion since quarter number 1. That was Burnett who had the fumble recovery, trying to get another takeaway.
It's a pressure throw. Here comes the blitz, top of the screen. He feels it, he lets it go, not able to see down the field 100% and be confident in what he sees. That's what pressure on the quarterback does. Make him throw it before he's ready, and he won't always diagnose the defense the proper way.
3rd down, got to get to the 37.
One. Go.
Blitz, Orton, no chance. Bishop gets the sack, but it was Matthews who caused all the havoc.
You're right. Clay Matthews disrupted the play, 52 outside. Oh, he's coming. No, Sean Marino cannot get over there quick enough, and that movement, making him move up, gives the sack to Bishop.
First sack of the day for the Packers defense. It's the end of the 3rd quarter, and you're watching the NFL on CBS.
The intensity of the postseason continues. This is where legends are born. Coverage of the MLB postseason continues on TBS.
Don't miss The Big Bang Theory with Emmy winner Jim Parsons, Thursday, only CBS.
A brand new hour of Better Mornings Atlanta, weekdays at 9 on CBS Atlanta.
I tell you, I work a long day, every day. I hang my head out the window. Oh, man, we're delivering everything you can think of. Plywood, cement. I enjoy the breeze on my tongue. Well, and every weekend, seems like we're heading down to the lake or pulling a boat or something. I don't know why, I just do. It's not a problem, I don't mind, as long as we always stop at Chevron and get that Techron stuff. My ears flop around, too. Check it out.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
It's hard work. I need a nap.
There goes Dwayne's car. Oh, man. There goes Dwayne's house. And there goes Dwayne. Man, that thing does not like Dwayne.
State Farm's got you covered.
Nice landing. It was.
Get to a better state.
Tomorrow on Better Mornings Atlanta, we are born to be wild on these cool electric motorcycles.
And we're helping you rest and relax for Atlanta Spa Week.
Plus, I've got your forecast, and don't forget, we're also on at 9 a.m.
Better Mornings Atlanta, presented by Wellstar Cardiac Network.
Gorgeous gigolos.
Guess our victim was a player.
And virgins.
The first guy that I slept with while I'm not dead.
Just another killer day in Miami. Get down! A new CSI Miami tonight.
Aaron Rodgers. Well, this is not all that unusual for him to have a game like this. 3 touchdown passes, running for 2 more. And yeah, he's showing why he's the heavyweight champion of the world, wearing the belt. Jim Nance, Phil Simms. We start the fourth quarter with a Broncos punt. Copper field it, 24-yard line, spins away from the first man, and no return on that one. A Colquitt punt of 53 yards. So 11 touchdown passes this season, and well, he's within one of Favre's record through 4 games, a Green Bay record.
Well, Aaron Rodgers doing it so great. I want to show you what he looked like in college. And this is when he improved and it got better. This is better because he was working, getting ready for the NFL Combine. But look at the motion, how it's upright, it's stiff. It's just not what you see now. And you think about what you saw there and how he played at Cal to how he throws it now. There is nothing that resembles that guy. So as I say this to everybody, you can change as a quarterback your throwing motion and what you do. The ability was there. You just needed to change the techniques.
Goes it over to Starks. The screen with a flag down out to the 32. How did he change the motion?
He's a gifted athlete. There's no question of his inning to be a tremendous thrower. After his second year, he went home and did it himself. He says, I'm going to become more natural.
Interference, offense, number 85, 10-yard penalty, first down.
He said, I'm going to become more natural and just do what feels right to me. And look at this last throw. Look at the difference, how he's down, the football's down, and he goes around and just is able to drive the football much more, uses his body, everything. I remember seeing him up here in his second year and said, I don't know, maybe he's not going to turn into the franchise quarterback. Then we were up here doing a game, Brett Favre's last year, his third, and I saw him in practice, and I could not believe how much he had changed from one year to the next.
Went to Butte Community College out of high school in California because he did not receive a single scholarship offer to a Division I program. Then he went to Cal. Got a 1st and 20 here. And able to step out of bounds. McBean was trying to get him behind a line of scrimmage, but Rodgers again gets away for 5.
I think you said it right. No scholarship offers. You know, he goes to the junior college. He goes to Cal. And, of course, he sits there on draft day. That's a chip on your shoulder that you carry for life in this league. And you know, Jim, we heard that about Clay Matthews, too. No scholarships coming out of college.
5-year man. Never played till his 5th year at USC.
5th year. Can you imagine the things that were said about Clay Matthews and to him by coaches and players? Well, those are things you never forget. And it drives you on the field.
2nd and long, and Donald Driver has a short gain. Again, I can't believe he's back out there. The way he was limping around, and listen to the crowd appreciate the effort for Driver to come back out and play.
When he got nicked on that play in the end zone, I watched him when he came to the sideline, and it was amazing to watch the reaction of the players because they understand and appreciate everything that he's done. I mean, this is a man's man right here, Donald Driver. He conducted himself his whole career the right way. He does it on the field, and of course he works hard too.
3rd and 8. Jennings, first down.
Yeah, they didn't get lined up on defense that time.
How does that happen?
Well, it's just all the formations and everything that's going on. They can't pick out the right guys. I'm not blaming Quentin Carter either. Look at him up here. He's here. He's going to try to run over here and figure out who he's got. And that is impossible. It's like if there's a weak spot today on Denver's defense, the Packers find it. And don't judge this defense on today's game either. This is just a different team. You're not going to see this again the rest of the year.
319. Rodgers with 393 yards passing. Maybe he'll get 400 right here. Escapes one hit, throws it away. Vickerson was in on him.
I think what we're seeing too, just keep it going. It's early in the fourth quarter. I know they got the game in hand, 42-17, but it kind of gnawed at the Packers, and I know it did Aaron Rodgers. You saw it, Jim. Just kind of said, hey, we can't let up and learn to perform on the edge for 4 quarters. That's what you want to do.
Well, that's actually the first thing he talked to us about when we met with him here at Lambeau on Friday, was finishing a game. Finish a game in the fourth quarter and play it out. That was the biggest thing he wanted to be able to show this week. 2nd and 10. transit time. Ball tipped, and it's an interception. Wilhite has the pick. Only the second interception of the season for Rodgers. Urlacher got him last week.
Most dangerous spot in the field for a quarterback, short and over the middle. Tip passes.
Come on, you boys call yourself fans?
The game wasn't even close.
All of them? Every single one?
Well, there's only one game on cable right now.
You jokers need to wake up. It's on. Only DirecTV gives you every minute of every game, every Sunday. A little enthusiasm, man. Nothing?
Don't miss your last chance to get NFL Sunday ticket included at no extra charge.
I'm a ref being chased out of town after the worst game of my career. You forget one down and the whole stadium turns on you. And if you have cut rate insurance, it may not pay for all this. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent.
My sister's new boyfriend told her that he thinks Sundays are just for watching football. Believe that?
Remain calm. Answering incorrectly has... But I just... consequences. But you're smart, right? You ordered off McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast, got the premium roast coffee, the savory sausage burrito, everything so good and just $1 each. You made it happen, so you got this. He's a jerk. Well played. McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast, the simple joy of being smart.
Opportunity is knocking at your door.
Buy and sell tickets safely and securely at NFL.com Ticket Exchange.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Challenge flag is out. You saw Aaron Rodgers looking up at the big screen because he had doubts whether or not this was a clean pick. It sure looks like it. Wilhite appears to pick it up without really it ever bouncing off the ground.
Yeah.
And you made a great pick about why McCarthy challenged.
Well, I think he did it for his quarterback, just to show, look, I'm going to support you a little bit. You know, interceptions, most of these guys, of course, you always hate them, but they're talked about so much now. And he's doing this to show Aaron Rodgers, I'm supporting you here in this play, even though I think it's an interception. Now, Mike McCarthy looked at about 20 replays on the board. I don't think he saw anything that's going to change the mind, but he still threw it. It's 42-17. He can afford to take a chance. You agree with that?
I love the
thought of it,
your analysis of it, because it certainly doesn't look like you can win this one. But yeah, you're right.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Green Bay will be charged with a timeout.
You know, the one thing you had to just see was how much Rodgers just like after the play stared up at the screen, waiting for a replay to come up.
Right.
He was wanting that one back. He was just hoping, you know, beyond hope that there was going to be perhaps some indication there that it was not a clean play by Wilhite.
Yeah, you know why? It's truly been almost it's been a perfect day for Aaron Rodgers. He's been flawless. So that play wasn't.
So the Broncos have it in Green Bay territory. Their first takeaway of the day sets them up at the Packers 40. Go. They go for the big strike right away for Lloyd. Oh, what a pick. Sam Shields, and he's going to run out with it. And you can see why. McGahee, he's unable to get past him all the way to the 45 of the Broncos, and the Packers defense gets the football right back.
Kyle Orton had him. Either he held the ball just a little too long. Boy, nice move by Brandon Lloyd. He's gone. He waited too long. When he threw the football, he just did not catch the whole thing as he threw it. It just didn't fly out of his hand, so it came up about 2 yards short. And Sam Shield, give him a lot of credit. He was behind, stayed with it, full speed, able to find the football and make that interception.
Eyeballing it from the booth, I thought it was going to be a touchdown.
Absolutely.
Didn't you?
I did too. He was gone.
59-yard return, and Orton picked for the second time today.
Of course, that'll get the fan base a little more fired up in Denver.
Oh, yeah. On first down, Starks going outside. And he's got just a yard. We've got another update. JB and Shannon are sharing the duties today. Take it away, guys.
Patriots refuse to lose back-to-back games.
Make the throw to Wes Welker. Hit Deion Branch in the back of the end zone. 4-yard touchdown. The Raiders are starting to roll, Jay. 31-13 over the Raiders.
Tom Brady with that 9th all-time now, passing Joe Montana for most touchdown passes. They're up comfortably back to Jim and Phil.
So Brady, thank you, goes home to the Bay Area. He's got him up big in that one. 2nd and 9. Starks, best run of the day. It's a big one. Boy, he's not ever going down with that first hit.
No, because that's who he is. You got to be who you are. He's a bull. He's not a little small guy that can dodge people, so go with your strength. And Starks, that's what I like about him and Ryan Grant together. Well, the blocking up front, should have talked about it first. But he's a power runner. Ryan Grant can go across the formation and pick the holes a little better, so they make a good combination. And that's what you need, I think, on offense nowadays. But again, the blocking. Newhouse that time, the right tackle. Excellent block down the field.
Crashes through for 22. First down at the 23. He's got it again. Ryan Dawkins and others jump on him after a gain of 3. Wednesday night inside the NFL on Showtime. You know, I want to get the real skinny on what's going on the set. Can you give me JB's? I know he just switched his cell phone. Can you give me his number?
We're tight. Yeah, I can give it to you.
All right. Yeah. I want to call and find out what you're like on Wednesdays. I know what you're like on Sunday.
I'm the same.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm always the same.
I feel sorry for him.
You do.
Wednesday night Showtime inside the NFL.
Well, you are assassinating my character up here today. It's all right. I deserve it.
2nd down and 7. Rodgers. Well, he knew DJ Williams was coming in quickly, so he unloaded over in the area of Starks.
Yeah, a couple things. DJ Williams with the pressure, but that's what makes, quarterbacks and offenses, I think, so well-rounded. Look down the field for the big shot to score. It's not there. But when in trouble, he turns immediately and looks for that little short pass to the running back. That time he missed it because the pressure was too good by Williams. But it's a great little outlet to have when you got all this talent at the receiver position.
Almost 500 yards of offense. We got a 3rd and 7. Pump fake. Got a man for the first. Stretching it out is Jennings.
Feel like I'm in a baseball game, and I'm standing behind home plate. Nolan Ryan's pitching. You know that sound it makes when it pops the mitt?
You heard it right Boom. There. Yes.
I've heard it about 8 times today. Boom. You got the catcher's mitts well broken in. It makes that sound. It's awesome. That's what you hear when Aaron Rodgers throws it to these wide receivers, no matter who catches it.
He talked to us about how much it meant to him seeing Greg Jennings move inside. He said that was big for us. We saw it right there as Jennings picks up the first down.
Well, what it does, when you bring your best receiver inside, now you give him many options. When he stays outside, the sideline is the defender's, it's his friend. He can push him to the sideline. It takes away some of the things he can do. But inside, it's down the field, it's out, it's across, it's everything.
Jennings now over 100 yards for the 20th time in his career.
And Aaron Rodgers says he loves it. He actually suggested it to Mike McCarthy. We've got to get back and get Greg Jennings inside.
First down, it starts to the 8. This Denver team that had played 3 tight games coming in. A pair of 3-point contests and a 2-point game. We've got an injured player that's on that offensive line for the Packers, Chad Clifton.
Oh boy,
limping around. Remember, they were already out with Bulaga today and had Newhouse was back up there at right tackle.
Vickerson, defensive lineman for the Denver Broncos, is limping off too. Chad Clifton, they're worried about him, left tackle. Even Aaron Rodgers says, you know, can't expect that he's going to make it through the whole season.
He'll tell you, though, that Clifton had his best year ever last year.
Yep, 12 years in the NFL. They weren't sure about him coming back this year. Had a good, you know, was good enough in training camp. Makes them feel good. That's why they went out. Their first-round draft pick was from Mississippi State, Sherrod. He's now going to play a little left tackle.
Sherrod, number 78. There he is.
Played left guard during training camp. Did not win the job over T.J. Lang.
Second down at 5. Good toss. Well covered.
That was another run.
Loss of a yard for Jennings.
They decide to throw the quick one outside. A little easier to cover those quick passes outside when you're inside the 10-yard line.
Clifton only out for one play. Big fella, 12th year out of Tennessee, says, I want back in.
I think, you know, Mike McCarthy said something to us the other day, too. He goes, you used to be the left tackle was the great pass blocker. The right tackle is your run blocker. He goes, those days are gone. They both better be pass blockers. This league, it's about throwing the ball now in the NFL.
They can get a first at the 3. Third down. And Rodgers. That is caught for a touchdown. Who else but Donald Driver?
That's pretty special.
That is. You know, I'm sitting there watching him with that injury and thinking, you know what, he's 13 years in the league, and if this is a serious injury, you may never see him again.
Yes,
ever.
You're right.
All-time receiver in Packer history by yardage, by catches. Comes back out in the second half. The crowd roars when they see him.
How about his career, though, Jim? He catches from Brett Favre. Then he gets Aaron Rodgers. And he gets 2 of the all-time greatest flamethrowers. That if he's open, that was a tremendous catch. Aaron Rodgers threw that so hard, it made it look easy.
Rodgers' 4th touchdown pass, 2 running touchdowns, and Rodgers a career high, 408 yards. And the 4 touchdown passes ties a career high as well.
3rd and goal. Can the Packers come up with the big play? Jets lining up in the red zone for the 3rd time this afternoon. Sanchez hands to Connor, and he is stood up by Matthews behind the line of scrimmage. Clay Matthews doing his thing, now getting the crowd.
Watch every touchdown from every game on Sunday afternoons on NFL Mobile. Call ** NFL to download it now. Only from Verizon.
Luck. I don't trade on luck. I trade on fundamentals.
Analysis. Information.
I trade on Trade Architect.
This is web-based trading revisualized.
Streaming real-time quotes.
Earnings analysis.
Probability analysis.
That's what opportunity looks like.
It's all visual.
Intuitive.
And it's available free.
Wherever the web is.
This is how trade strategies are built.
Trade Architect. Only from TD Ameritrade. Welcome to better.
Trade commission free for 60 days when you open an account.
New Thursday.
Yesterday's faded.
You're not the only one that's lost someone.
Nothing can change it.
You couldn't have saved this woman, but you could have if you had known in time.
I've got a list of people who are about to be involved in very bad situations.
Life's what you make it.
I want you to figure out what's going to happen and stop it from happening.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. This season, NFL Sunday Ticket is included when you switch. State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking. Get to a better state. And by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable wireless network.
Back here on a beautiful day in Green Bay. And what do you think? Any chance you see Tebow come out on this next series?
Oh, we might see him in his, you know, the little packages they have designed for him, but it looks like Kyle Orton, helmet on, is coming back.
Yeah, they both got the helmet on. And Cosby. Swarmed under at the 23. Boy, racking up the plays and the points today. The Packers pouring it on, 49-17.
What if we told you that Cadillac borrowed technology from Ferrari to develop its suspension system? Or what if we told you that Ferrari borrowed technology from Cadillac to develop its suspension system? Magnetic ride control, pioneered by Cadillac, perfected in the 556 horsepower CTS-V. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs.
So your policy looks good. Is there anything else?
Why'd you buy my husband a Falcon?
Thanks for the Falcon.
I didn't buy anyone a Falcon.
Sure you did. You saved us a lot of money on auto insurance. I used that money to buy a Falcon. Ergo, you bought me a Falcon.
I should get a Falcon.
Most people who switch to State Farm save on average
About $480. What they do with it, well,
that's their business.
Oh, that explains a lot, actually.
Another reason people switch to State Farm.
I could have got a Falcon.
Get to a better state.
I'm Fabio Viviani here to convince you Domino's now has artisan quality pizzas. Wow, spinach and feta, salami. Cut! Sorry, I forgot what the flavor is. Hand-stretched thinner crust. Thinner crust. I got tongue twisted.
That'll sell some pizza. Good idea, guys.
Look, there's nothing we can do in an ad to prove how good this artisan pizza is, so we're just going to offer it for $7.99. If you try it, you'll be convinced.
Domino's new artisan pizza. That's much better.
It was the craziest Amazing Race start ever.
I can't find my passport.
CBS tonight. 2 teams will face certain elimination.
We make a mistake right now, it's fatal.
There has never been a better time to get into the epic adventure.
This is pretty amazing.
This year's Emmy winner, a new Amazing Race, CBS tonight.
Orton on the sideline, or Tebow on the sidelines, Orton under center. Final 7:41 here at Lambeau Field. It's McGahee. Good piece of running for 12 yards. What do you think of Orton's performance here today?
Well, it's been very good. Of course, the interception and the long throw where he missed the touchdown, but the numbers are good. He's been solid. That's kind of what he's been this year. Solid. It's been okay, but not great. Now, when there's a first-round quarterback behind you, it doesn't matter who it is. Tim Tebow, of course, has more popularity than most first-round quarterbacks. You got to win, and you got to play very well to keep him on the bench.
That's McGahee to the 41. Well, then you got Brady Quinn factored into the mix, who, you know, some would tell you he's ahead of Tebow.
Yeah, that might be, but I think when it comes down to that final decision, if they ever do make a switch, that I feel very confident it'll be Tim Tebow. Just, oh my gosh, what will they do in Denver if it's not? But again, he's a first-round quarterback, and through the history, no matter how the starter plays and what happens, they're going to get the first-round quarterback in there. I can give you 20 examples right off the top of my head.
Well, you went through them last night, actually, through the record book. Here's a 2nd and 3 play, and it's fired and it's caught. And that's Decker. Around the neck, he's brought down. And they butt heads afterwards. Eric Walden is the one who brought him down after 13 yards.
Yeah, this is their favorite play action. The sell out to the right side, and nice little double move by Eric Decker, and a good job staying in front of the defensive back. Protect the quarterback's throw.
But if you're down 49-17, would this not be an appropriate time to give Tebow at least some reps if you're thinking about later on you're going to make a quarterback change?
Well, you know, you're not giving up the season yet. Don't create that controversy if you don't have to. That's why you don't do it.
And McGahee to the 41. It's up 5. You know, last night we were told in our meetings, you know, keep this quiet, which we get a lot of information in our production meetings. You know, we're going to have a package with Tebow. You're going to see him on some snaps, probably somewhere inside of 10.
Right, about up to 10 plays today. And, you know, we haven't. Kyle Orton has played well. They've thrown it down the field, so all those little plays they had for Tebow, but they don't need those right now, or they didn't need them today.
That's Lance Ball running for the first down.
Do I think there's a spot for some of the plays that they had him ready to do today? Yes, I do. And I know people are shocked to hear me say that, especially inside the 5. A power running quarterback, I think it's a big deal in the NFL nowadays inside the 5-yard line. And this is going to be there sooner or later. the Broncos are going to have to make a decision. Are they going to stay with Kyle Orton for the future, or are they going to give him a chance to see what they got?
Through the hands of ball and almost intercepted by A.J. Hawk. A.J. Hawk, who was actually married to Brady Quinn's sister. Wife Laura.
That's right.
The family. AJ and the beautiful baby, and Laura.
Well, she knows a lot about football, so now she got both sides of the field covered.
Decker, 31, with a baby daughter, Lennon Noel. Okay, 4.5 to go here. Broncos going to be falling to 1-3 on the season. And the Packers are going to join the Lions head into week 5 as the only 2 unbeaten teams in the league.
That's right.
In the same division at NFC North.
Now the Packers and the Lions, so much alike. Quarterbacks with tremendous arms. They put it, it's all about them making throws, trying to do it that way.
They're down for Denver. Down the sideline, and Lloyd. Boy,
beautiful
that
throw.
was nifty too, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
And that's that same again. That pass you see more and more often.
Well, you heard me say it last week. If you can't make this throw and catch in the NFL, you are falling about 70 yards behind everybody else, because every team throws it twice a game, and it's beautiful. Well done. What a catch. What footwork by Brandon Lloyd.
It's incredible.
Brandon Lloyd is back.
Picks up 23.
He is crisp, fast.
First and goal, as I mentioned earlier, what an odyssey for when he finally started. Orton in zone bound and incomplete. He was looking in Lloyd's direction. Next Sunday on CBS on the NFL, doubleheader action, and the big one late. Jets, New England. That divisional playoff rematch for the Jets shocked the Patriots last year and ended their season. And it all starts with the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines. That's next Sunday, doubleheader action here on CBS. Second and goal. And only a yard there for Decker.
Jim, I'm going to go back real quick because of the score of the game. Just talk about Tebow one last time. When you talk about this league and you look at it, what sticks out when you watch the NFL right now?
It's a passing league.
It is big time passing league. Look at the guys that are really getting it done. They can really throw the ball. I mean, let it go. And they got it all. So that's the question marks about Tim Tebow. I watched him a lot today. He does look better throwing the ball, but it's not Aaron Rodgers or any of those top 10 guys for sure. I do not see that.
Third and goal. And Orton back of the end zone and incomplete. Trying to hit Decker for the third score of the day. That was Pepra on the coverage, and a lot of pressure from Clay Matthews.
Oh, there was. Great job by Kyle Orton hanging in there. Clay Matthews, how about that, getting down low? Keep hustling. That's his greatest attribute. And we've seen the Green Bay Packers make this throw and catch quite a few times today.
Going for it here. Why not, of course?
Sure.
3:07 to go. They blanked the Broncos in the second half to this point. And Orton tiptoes and throws, has the touchdown. Goes to Daniel Fells, who was hurt earlier in this half and also coughed up the football. First quarter, he's actually injured.
Yeah, he came back. That was just an excellent job by Kyle Orton, understanding the rush, the situation. That's what's important. So if you take a sack, big deal. My old 3-man rush, though, Jim. And he moved just enough to let Fells get open.
And now they'll go for 2. Able to stretch it out, barely able to get the handoff over to Moreno, and he is stopped short on the 2-point try. Desmond Bishop and others celebrating that stop. Orton has his 3rd touchdown pass of the game.
It's not only the crisp, refreshing taste that will surprise you. It's the great feeling you get when you realize this beer only has 55 calories. Select 55 from Budweiser. The superior taste makes it Select. The 55 calories make it the lightest beer in the world.
It's our annual Dealerama.
Show me the Carfax.
Yeah, show me the Carfax.
But it's Dealerama.
Before you buy a used car, get a Carfax report. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com. Just say, show me the Carfax.
What part of the chicken is nugget? We're KFC. Our cooks don't make nuggets. They make popcorn chicken. Real 100% off-the-bone premium breast meat. Now you can try a large order for just $2.99. Today tastes so good.
Southwest makes the call.
I can make that flight. Hi, I'd like to change my ticket to the Phoenix flight.
Super. You owe the difference in airfare plus a $150 change fee.
What?
We have an intentional change fee.
Good call, ref.
No change fees. Southwest Airlines. It's the right call.
How I Met Your Mother. Monday, only CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by E-Trade, investing unleashed.
For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS, the game between the Broncos and Packers. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Titletown. 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately after the game. Andy Rooney's final regular appearance. Great football fan, by the way. It's been so much fun being able to run into the great Mr. Rooney through the years.
He's a Giant fan.
Yeah, a huge Giant fan.
Goes up there and sits right in the middle of everybody.
Yep. Side kick, no, peach kick. Right over the top. Oh, and that almost, had it not gone so sideways, might have had a play on it.
Kickoff out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
Highest scoring Packer start to a season ever through 4 games.
Well, you look at this offense. I said to everybody here during the commercial, tell me, what is your solution if you want to stop this Packers defense? It's the first time I've heard all the guys I work with be quiet.
Matt Flynn is in at quarterback now.
Can't rush the quarterback. He's too nifty with his feet. They can get rid of it. Too many weapons to play one-on-one, Jim. So going forward, it's just about their defense.
That's Alex Green who gets the run for 8 yards. Again, Matt Flynn is the quarterback. Here's the schedule next week. Green Bay will be at Atlanta. Then they'll take on a struggling, and that's being nice, the Rams at 0-4 at Minnesota, another winless team. I mean, look at this, not a team with a winning record.
Minnesota, though, it'll be rough. They're big and strong. And, of course, San Diego. So, you know, here we are. Of course, we predict so fast in the NFL. I heard somebody say, you name somebody who's going to beat the Packers this year. Well, I don't know if I can name them, but we know how the league goes. One day when you just don't have it, the other team, it falls right. But there's no doubt the Green Bay Packers they're going to be in this playoff thing and talked about all year long as one of the best teams.
And it's Green, no gain. They'll be playing. Wondering about the Detroit Lions, and they'll be playing them for the first time at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. Earlier today, how about the Houston Texans and Arian Foster back running hard, had 30 carries, 155 yards, dropping the Steelers to 2-2. Texans go to 3-1, and the Bills suffer a first loss. Bengals come back to win it on a Nugent field goal. Dalton played well and led them to victory. And the Lions roar back from 27 to 3 down in the second half. Stafford and Johnson up twice for touchdowns. And how about the 49ers shocking the Eagles? And that dream team is now 1-3. 3rd and 2. Flynn gets the throw. Cobb, no. Off his fingertips and picked. Intercepted by Raheem Moore. And he steps out, the rookie, at the 49-yard line. So Moore's first throw of this, Flynn's first throw of the season results in Moore's first NFL interception.
Well, it was a good job not trying to throw the short pass because it was covered. So he looked down the field, and you know, your judgment. That's all I can say. Matt Flynn, tough luck. It really is. To come in, make your first throw, have to throw a seam pass, and I'm sure when he let it go, he goes, "Ooh, that felt good." Just a little too far. This Denver Bronco team, though, Jim, just to finish up, they're making a transition. This football team is talent and scheme.
Lance Ball taking the toss. We're about 8. Well, this was a Denver team really in ruins when John Fox got here.
Defense, the worst, and stats were true. The worst defense in the NFL last year. So trying to change it over from a 3-4 to a 4-3. I know for the fans it means more defensive linemen, trying to get bigger, more physical. I think the transitions, I think it's going to go well.
The Packers in on that play.
And the offense, just real quick, Demaryius Thomas and Eddie Royal, when they come back, 2 explosive players will make them a little tougher to defend too.
Jarius Wynn getting a hold of Lance Bell in a hurry. And no hurry to get another snap before the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to play at Lambeau Field. 49-23 Green Bay.
Investing for yourself isn't some optional pursuit, a privilege for the ultra-wealthy. It's a necessity. I find investments with E-Trade's top 5 lists quickly, easily. I use predefined screeners and insightful trading ideas to dig deeper. Work smarter, not harder. I depend on myself, the one person I do trust to take charge of my financial future.
My electric bill was breaking the bank. So to save some money, I trained this team of guinea pigs to row this tiny boat. They generate electricity, which lets me surf the web all day. Took me 6 months to train each one. 8 months to get the little chubby one to yell row. It was kind of strange. Such a simple word. Row.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Why did we build a 556 horsepower luxury car with a manual transmission? Because there are those who still believe in the power of a firm handshake. The Cadillac CTS-V. Manual or automatic, that's entirely up to you. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs.
A piece of art.
I wouldn't be putting my face in there.
You're right. You do it. Becomes a piece of evidence.
Killed, cut up, encased in cement.
It's the old case
Your neighbor here is a murderer.
that will test CSI's new boss. You blew it.
Am I off the case?
A new CSI, Wednesday, only CBS.
We're back at Lambeau Field, and we don't get that chance very often to see the Green Bay Packers having the AFC package. But what are your thoughts?
It's everything I thought it would be. No letdown here. You know, I was expecting the offense to be tremendous today, and they were.
Third down pass, tipped around, it's going to be picked. It is. Pepra has it off the bounce. Tipped up in the air by A.J. Hawk.
Tight coverage, slot receiver, it's a blitz. What happens is, Jim, they baited him. So the blitzer on the receiver goes, but there's the linebackers at A.J. Hawk right inside to cover him. So that's what they want. Dom Capers started that, or was part of it back in the, my gosh, in the early 90s with the Pittsburgh Steelers, where they would blitz and play zone coverage behind it, confuse people for a lot of times. Very common now. But Dom Capers trying to get his defense once stop big plays, stop the mental errors.
Dom Capers, our defensive coordinator since 2009. As they give another carry to Alex Green. One last chance to recap the Rodgers day if you're joining us late. Again, it's nothing short of spectacular. 4 touchdown passes. In fact, his 4 primary receivers, I'll put Cobb at the moment at number 5. His first 4 wideouts all score a touchdown. Jennings, Jones, Driver, and Nelson.
That's a great point. What did Mike McCarthy says? We play them all. We don't say, oh, here's a special play, let's get this guy in there. We roll him in. He can work with all of them.
And one more snap and they will be 4-0. And it'll be 10 consecutive wins for the Packers when you include the postseason last year, going back to late last year. Again tonight on 60 Minutes. Andy Rooney's farewell as a regular on that great show, followed by The Amazing Race, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami here on America's #1 network. Put it in the books. We had 7 touchdown passes in the game today. The 4 by Rodgers, the 3 by Orton. But the Packers north of 500 in total offense, and that man did it all, Rodgers. Green Bay is 4-0, and the Broncos fall to 1-3. The final score, Green Bay 49 and Denver 23. Coming up next, 60 Minutes, followed by The Amazing Race, The Good Wife, CSI Miami. For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long from Lambeau Field. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
All right, Jim, so Green Bay has now won 13 of the last 14 home games. This one today impressively over Denver. Let's take you out to Miami at San Diego, a 10-point game with San Diego on top. Let's join Ian Eagle and Dan Fouts.
Eric Weddle, 4th quarter interception to give San Diego the football. Chargers lead it 26-16 over Miami. Backup quarterback Matt Moore throwing his first pick in for the injured Chad Henne. Handoff to Matthews trying to get to the edge, and spilled out by Jimmy Wilson. A 2-yard gain for Matthews.
And this is where it's very important for the Charger running backs Matthews and Tolbert to just make sure they secure the ball and do not run out of bounds.
So Miami uses a timeout. Just one timeout remaining now for the Dolphins with 2:47 remaining. And for those of you just joining us, Henne suffering an injury in the first quarter. He did not return with a left shoulder. The bomb from Rivers to Jackson, gets up and runs with it for the touchdown. And then the running game took over. Second half, Tolbert going up top for the touchdown. The San Diego Chargers closing in on a 3-1 start in the first quarter of the season. And this just moments ago as Moore had it picked off by Eric Weddle for his 2nd interception of the season.
Hey, you go back to that catch by Jackson. You wonder if he may have injured himself on that catch because he came into the game with a bad abdomen. And he was really stretched out on that catch.
And limited action since then. Ryan Matthews blasting through the hole, and Matthews is tackled just short of the 20-yard line by Jeremiah Bell.
But Jackson did his damage. It's just 3 catches, 108 yards in receptions, 2 real spectacular ones.
And a timeout called. San Diego's going to face a 3rd and 4. Dolphins have used their final timeout. Vincent Jackson, Phillip Rivers, tremendous chemistry out there, and Rivers has gotten used to working without a full array of receivers. No Antonio Gates. Last year dealt with injuries with Patrick Creighton going down. Jackson had the long holdout. And they worked in a lot of different players last year into their San Diego offense, and they came up short of going to the playoffs.
And this afternoon, Rivers has found Patrick Creighton, a backup receiver, and the rookie Vincent Brown had a huge play in the third quarter that led to a touchdown drive.
So Miami now out of timeouts. This is a 3rd and 4 for San Diego. Trying to put this game on ice. Ryan Matthews. And he keeps the legs churning. And he's got it. First down. And that's it. Game over here in San Diego. And the Chargers finishing it off on the ground. Norv Turner and company will improve to 3-1 on the season. And the Miami Dolphins remain winless. 0-4. 4 teams yet to win a game in the NFL this season. Indianapolis, Minnesota, St. Louis, and Miami. We'll hit the 2-minute warning. San Diego 26, Miami 16. Back with the finish out here on the West Coast in a moment.
Investing for yourself isn't some optional pursuit, a privilege for the ultra-wealthy. It's a necessity. I find investments with E-Trade's top 5 lists quickly, easily. I use predefined screeners and insightful trading ideas to dig deeper. Work smarter, not harder. I depend on myself, the one person I do trust to take charge of my financial future.
My electric bill was breaking the bank. So to save some money, I trained this team of guinea pigs to row this tiny boat. They generate electricity, which lets me surf the web all day. Took me 6 months to train each one, 8 months to get the little chubby one to yell row. It was kind of strange. Such a simple word. Row.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Why did we build a 556 horsepower luxury car with a manual transmission? Because there are those who still believe in the power of a firm handshake. The Cadillac CTS-V. Manual or automatic, that's entirely up to you. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs.
A piece of art.
I wouldn't be putting my face in there.
You're right. You do it.
Becomes a piece of evidence.
Killed, cut up, encased in cement.
It's the old case
Your neighbor here is a murderer.
that will test CSI's new boss.
You blew it.
Am I off the case?
A new CSI, Wednesday, only CBS.
Well, the heat is certainly on. 4th-year head coach Tony Sperano. The Dolphins will fall to 0-4. Miami has its bye week coming up as San Diego takes a knee. So it's the bye week for Miami, then at the Jets, home for Denver, back-to-back road games at the Giants and at Kansas City.
Well, the bye week will help as far as the injury situation is concerned, getting Henne back, perhaps Daniel Thomas, the running back, back. But the injuries continue to mount. Don't forget about Vontae Davis, their best corner. And that's really where the Chargers hurt the Dolphins early in this game, was through the air with those bombs to Vincent Jackson.
Now this will be the 4th time in franchise history they've started 0-4 in a season. Last time was 07 when they finished the year at 1-15 under Cam Cameron. Meanwhile, for San Diego, at Denver next week, then the bye week for the Chargers, and then hitting the road at the Jets, division rival Kansas City, to wrap up the month of October.
Hey, wonder how the Jets are feeling about facing 2 teams coming off byes. That's very unusual.
Yeah, that is a bit of a snafu in the schedule. The executive producers of the NFL on CBS, Sean McManus and Harold Bryant. Today's game produced by Bob Monsbach and directed by Suzanne Smith, senior producer of CBS Sports and the NFL Today. Eric Mann, NFL Today, directed by Bob Matina. Coordinating producer of the NFL on CBS, Lance Barrow. Coordinating producers of CBS Sports, Steve Karasik. Associate director of today's game, Jonathan Siegel, Todd Carrick. Broadcast associate, Steve Murphy. Technical manager, Dean Walker. Technical director, Terry Rozich. Audio supervisor, Frank Leone, Dave Freed, Jake Gutierrez, and James Stamos helping out as well behind the scenes. The San Diego Chargers improved to 3-1 on the season as they knock off the Dolphins 26-16. Dolphins 0-4. They lose their quarterback, Chad Henne, to a left shoulder injury today. Coming up tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, followed by a new Amazing Race, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. For Hall of Famer Dan Fouts, this is Ian Eagle. So long from San Diego. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
Saving for our child's college fund was getting expensive.
Yes, it was. So to save some money, we taught our 5-year-old how to dunk.
Scholarship. Honey, go get him.
There's an easier way to save. Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day. In the second quarter, Carolina's Jason Baker punts to Chicago's Devin Hester, who outruns Sean Considine on his way to a 69-yard TD. The score gave Hester an NFL record 11 career punt returns for touchdowns and helped the Bears defeat the Panthers. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Do you hear about Dish Network's new blockbuster movie pass?
They say it can deliver over 100,000 movies, TV shows, and games right to your door.
I hear you could stream thousands of movies straight to your computer or TV.
You hear the best part? It's all included when you sign up for Dish.
The Blockbuster Movie Pass from Dish. Over 100,000 titles delivered right to you.
I am absolutely not paying this fee.
Whoa. Break it up. I've got Rough It. The passenger's wallet.
Please swipe credit card.
Look, see? That's it. You're gone.
Bags fly free. Southwest Airlines. It's the right call.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.
America's most watched network. Only CBS. The stars you love are back. Don't miss new episodes of your favorite CBS shows. Presented locally by Chevron with Techron. Go to cbs.com/lovetheroad. Enter the Love the Road sweepstakes. It's your chance to win the ultimate road trip package, which includes a $500 Chevron gift card, free hotel stay, and a digital video camera to capture your road trip experience. No purchase necessary. Go to cbs.com/lovetheroad for rules and details. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Wherever I go is hot. Not because of this dress, but because I have Xfinity. I can catch up and keep up with the hottest shows from all the major networks on demand. Satellite has nothing like this.
Switch to the Xfinity Triple Play for $99 a month for the first 12 months. And with Sure Price Guarantee, you'll get a guaranteed rate for 2 years. Plus, get HD DVR service free for 3 months. There's no term contract required, so it's risk-free. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Right now at Kroger, use your Plus card and you'll earn 2 times the fuel points when you buy select items. Just look for the 2 times fuel point symbols when you shop. You'll find it store-wide on products you buy all the time. Earn fuel discounts faster at Kroger.
It's easy to save on fuel at Kroger.
Shop at Kroger and save 10 cents a gallon at participating Shell locations or up to $1 a gallon at Kroger fuel centers.
It's easy to save on fuel at Kroger.
Get more value
for the way you live
every day at Kroger.
When you visit a shopping center, a bar, or stay in a hotel, you have every reason to believe that you're safe in doing so. Unfortunately, we meet clients who learn later that this very business has been the place of criminal violence. More shocking is the fact that the business owner knew of the violence but did nothing to protect you, the consumer. Many times these business owners are responsible for your injuries. Call Morgan & Morgan for more information. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
A brand new hour of Better Mornings Atlanta, weekdays at 9 on CBS Atlanta.
Get into the Emmy-winning Amazing Race.
I don't have the clue.
I forgot it.
As 2 teams face elimination.
If we make a mistake right now, it's fatal.
New episode CBS tonight.
This is my house.
That's your house.
Yeah.
No matter how many pictures you've seen, no matter how many reports you've heard, it's a shock when you get there. It wasn't the nuclear disaster or the powerful earthquake that swept the northeast coast of Japan into the sea. It was the tsunami. Tonight we travel to Otsuchi, a town that lost at least 1,500 lives that day, and a place that we were surprised to learn had an intimate connection to America.
Right when he pulls into that crack, that's like the point of no return. It becomes world class right there.
I don't even like the sound of that, the point of no return.
Alex Honnold is 2,600 feet above the Yosemite Valley floor, trying to haul himself up the slippery granite wall of Sentinel without any ropes or safety harnesses. It's just the climber, an impossible angle, and the wind. It's called free soloing, and the penalty for error is certain death.
As we begin our 44th season of 60 Minutes, we want to take more than a few minutes to bid the fondest of farewells to one of our most familiar, dare we say, our most beloved faces, Andy Rooney.
Why does every piece of clothing have a different size scale?
Why is it we all look forward to the mail coming every day?
You know something I don't like? Chocolate chip cookies.
This will be Andy's last regular appearance on this broadcast. When you first started the Rooney piece on 60 Minutes, what was the immediate response?
Well, how are you going to hate Andy Rooney on television? I mean, I don't say anything that's offensive to people.
I'm Steve Croft.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Bob Simon.
I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Laura Logan.
I'm Scott Pelley. Those stories, plus Andy's reflections on his wonderful life, tonight on 60 Minutes.
This portion of 60 Minutes is sponsored by Invesco. Explore intentional investing with Invesco. Start with your financial advisor.
Follow the wings.
Eyes feeling overworked? Discover Visine Tired Eye Relief with Hydro Blend, only from Visine. Just one drop instantly soothes and revives tired, overworked eyes and comforts them for up to 10 hours. Visine Tired Eye Relief. Try now and save $3.
This is Jet's Pizza, Sterling Heights, Michigan. In here, food is inspected, perfected, and occasionally rejected. With a customized mobile app developed with AT&T, Jet's food inspectors can share data in real time. So what used to take 2 weeks now takes 2 hours. Faster feedback means better food and happy people. It's a network of possibilities, helping you do what you do even better. Call AT&T and see what we can do for your business.
Monday, someone's killing Navy SEALs.
Something's not right.
Tripwire.
Say freeze.
We need to end this before another one of these men dies.
New Hawaii Five-0, CBS Monday.
No matter how many pictures you've seen, no matter how many reports you've heard, it's a shock when you get there. It wasn't the nuclear disaster or the powerful earthquake that swept the northeast coast of Japan into the sea. It was a tsunami, a black wave darker than a nightmare. No town was hit harder this past March than Otsuchi. In a matter of minutes, at least 1,500 people out of a population of only 15,000 were lost. Otsuchi is so remote, very few people ever get there. But 14 years ago, a group of Americans formed a bond with the town, a bond that has only grown deeper since the tragedy. The world was so mesmerized by the nuclear accident that after a while, these coastal towns were forgotten. We went to Otsuchi ourselves to see what has become of a town that's on the brink of extinction. We got there just in time to witness a haunting ceremony, drumbeats for the dead. Buddhist monks marched through the remnants of this 800-year-old town, chanting a requiem. Otsuchi reminds one of Hiroshima 66 years ago. Nature can be as vicious as an atomic bomb. 10% of the population was wiped out. It was a fatal lesson in the fragility of civilization. The earthquake alone was so powerful, it actually lowered the ground level of Japan and moved the entire island eastward by 8 feet. Every day, high tide brings a flood. Even months later, the survivors are still living in temporary housing. But everyone understands temporary can last a long time. This is Otsuchi before the tsunami. And this is when Otsuchi stopped, 3:25 p.m., March 11, 2011.
This is my house.
That's your house?
Yeah.
Ken Sasaki works for City Hall in a city which has disappeared.
How long had you been living here?
Over 20 years. And
now, when you came back here the first time after the tsunami, was there anything of yours left here?
nothing was left.
Ken was in a meeting near the harbor when the earthquake struck. 30 minutes later, he heard an ominous noise coming from the ocean.
Oh, it must be tsunami. I have to run to up here. And then I turned back. That was so...
Must have looked like hell.
Yeah, it must be the hell.
9 of his relatives were killed by the tsunami. Aunts, cousins. Ken-san, as he's known, had to live out of his car for 3 weeks.
It was terrible. It was so cold. And then, you know, there was no gas, no whiskey, no beers.
Ken-san is as unique a character as you'll find in Japan. A music lover and guitar player, he learned English listening to the Beatles. The ocean has taken things away from Ken-san before. When he was 2, Ken-san's father died off Otsuchi's coast in a fishing accident. When he was a boy, Ken-san would gaze out to sea looking for his father. He always wondered what was on the other side of that ocean. When he grew up, he took out an atlas and traced his finger across the Pacific. It landed on the town of Fort Bragg, California.
Across the ocean, so there are a city of Fort Bragg.
A straight line?
Yeah.
Had you ever heard of Fort Bragg?
No. I only heard about San Francisco, California like that. And then I tried to find out what kind of city is Fort Bragg.
What did you find out?
It is the world's largest salmon barbecue.
The world's largest salmon barbecue?
Right.
That's quite a distinction.
And then, so as you see, our town has a big salmon history.
2 salmon towns.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
Ken-san wanted to get to know this Fort Bragg, California. So in 1997, he sent a fax to Fort Bragg City Hall inviting the mayor to Otsuchi for a marine convention. Much to his surprise, the mayor said, okay. It was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. The 2 salmon towns started an exchange program. For 10 years, people shuttled back and forth across the Pacific. During their last visit to Otsuchi, the folks from Fort Bragg held their going-away party inside a tourist boat, just 5 months before all parties stopped. After the tsunami, Did you get messages from Fort Bragg?
So many people send me many emails. That makes me cry, you know.
Made you cry?
Yeah, I feel so happy to get many messages from Fort Bragg, my friends.
One of those friends was Sharon Davis. At our invitation, she came back to Otouchi and thought she knew what awaited her.
I've seen the pictures and the videos, but this is infinitely worse.
She was particularly concerned about Ken-san, the man who had first brought Otouchi and Fort Bragg together.
Ken-san, it's so
Yeah. Okay.
I know you lost all your guitars in the tsunami.
No way.
It's for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Last year, Sharon hosted 2 Otouchi students, Sadako and Nana, at her home in California as part of the exchange program. They'd survived the tsunami, heard Sharon was in town,
This way.
heard she was coming to their school.
That was like the sun coming out from behind the clouds. It was beautiful.
Girls are okay?
They are. They're okay. They're strong girls. And for what they've been through, it really amazes me.
Sharon brought 1,000 letters from kids back in Fort Bragg.
Very frightening.
But some of the reunions were tough. So tough that when Otouchi's school superintendent spotted Sharon, he tried hard to smile, but couldn't pull it off. Sharon expressed her sorrow in Japanese as she gave Otouchi's vice mayor a gift.
Oh, thank you.
A picture of his former boss, the mayor. Otouchi's mayor didn't survive the tsunami. He stayed in his second-floor office at City Hall, orchestrating the evacuation.
And he told his staff to evacuate to the roof. He stayed on the second floor and was killed by the tsunami along with about 20 of his other staff.
The people who made it up to the roof were saved?
Yes.
Can't think of a better word, heroism.
He died a hero.
Otouchi, like every village along the coast, had a seawall, but the sea can always throw up a higher wave. Otouchi's wall fared no better than a sand castle built by children on a beach. The tsunami was so furious, it picked up boats from the sea and dropped them on roofs. And this one picture of this one boat has come to stand for the entire Japanese tragedy. That has become the boat, hasn't it?
It's the iconic image from this event.
And the last time you were here, you were laughing and dancing on that boat.
We were.
It was the boat that had hosted Fort Bragg's farewell party 5 months earlier. It won't be seeing the sea again. It's being turned into trash. Occasionally, you spot old people wandering through the wasteland, looking for something they'll never find. But bodies were still being found while we were there, 3 months after the tsunami. Officially, the death toll in Otouchi is put at 1,500. Think that's accurate?
I really don't. And I think that it has a lot to do with the way the Japanese specify whether or not a person is missing. And until somebody reports them missing, they're not statistically missing. So in this case, if an entire family was lost, there's no one left to report someone missing.
It's not only people, memories are missing. Family history is washed up in the rubble. Every Saturday, photographs found in the wreckage are displayed at the high school. A new sister, a haircut. Happiness is recovering one's past. Clearing all the debris will take years. Sometimes it's lifted by what look like prehistoric creatures. Sometimes it's lifted by hand. These people belong to the Fishermen's Union. They're cleaning up the beach by the seawall that let them down. This isn't an exercise bike, it's a gas station. Keep pedaling, keep pumping. The signs say, never give up. The Japanese never have in the past, but this one is a bit much. They're getting a little help from their friends, though.
Well, we're sending the money.
The people of Fort Bragg, population 7,000, have raised $180,000 for a Tucci. There was no paper, no cards left in town, so they wrote their thank you note on all they had left, a tarp.
Thank you.
Looking at the people of Otsuchi, you'd never know what they'd been through. In Japan, exhibiting one's trauma is not considered polite.
Sitting here looking at all this desolation, knowing that you lost everything you had.
Right.
How do you keep on smiling? How do you do that?
I cannot cry, you know. I don't want to cry. So we need a smile, we need a laughing. Around here, we had a...
Before we left, Ken-san wanted to show us something sprouting in the dust that was once his home.
Yeah, look this.
A new hydrangea plant.
This is a kind of a hope. It's a life.
You don't know when your house will be rebuilt, but when it is,
yeah,
you're going to replant the hydrangea.
Yeah, I hope so. We are living.
There's new life here.
Yes.
CBS Money Watch Update, sponsored by Prater.
Good evening. Greece is cutting 30,000 government jobs, but says it still won't meet next year's deficit targets. Apple is expected to unveil the iPhone 5 on Tuesday. Gas plunged another 9 cents last week to an average of $3.42 a gallon, and Dolphin Tale won the weekend box office. I'm Russ Mitchell, CBS News.
Do you have an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation or AFib that's not caused by a heart valve problem?
Are you taking warfarin to reduce your risk of stroke caused by a clot?
You should know about Pradaxa.
An important study showed that Pradaxa 150 milligrams reduced stroke risk 35% more than warfarin. And with Pradaxa, there's no need for those regular blood tests.
Pradaxa is progress.
Pradaxa can cause serious, sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Pradaxa if you have abnormal bleeding, and seek immediate medical care for unexpected signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising.
Pradaxa may increase your bleeding risk if you're 75 or older, have kidney problems, or a bleeding condition like stomach ulcers, or if you take aspirin products, NSAIDs, or blood thinners.
Tell your doctor about all medicines you take, any planned medical or dental procedures, and don't stop taking Pradaxa without your doctor's approval, as stopping may increase your stroke risk.
Other side effects include indigestion, stomach pain, upset, or burning.
If you have AFib not caused by a heart valve problem, ask your doctor if Pradaxa can reduce your risk of a stroke.
For more information or help paying for Pradaxa, visit Pradaxa.com.
For more, go to cbsmoneywatch.com.
As the years go by, some questions loom large. Are you prepared for your retirement years, 25 or more of them? Do you have a financial plan for your family that works in good times and in bad times? Having the right perspective can help you answer the big questions. For more than 140 years, Pacific Life has helped find answers for those navigating the path to financial security. Ask a financial professional about Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed.
For the worst allergies, I want a product with the best decongestant. My choice is clear, Claritin D.
Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer for allergy congestion relief without drowsiness. Get Claritin D at the pharmacy counter.
Live Claritin Clear.
Introducing OnStar FMP, the new way to add the safety of OnStar to your car.
OnStar.
We're looking for City Hall.
I'm sending directions to your car.
Turn right on Hill Street. Go north for 2 miles.
This is OnStar. I got a signal there's been a crash. Do you need help?
Yes, please.
I've got your GPS location. I'm sending help.
For a limited time, get an OnStar FMV mirror for only $199 after $100 off.
All right. Gigolos, housewives, and virgins. Just another killer day in Miami.
Get down!
A new CSI Miami tonight.
CBS Monday. Barney's found true love, and Robin's okay with that.
He's so dreamy.
Nobody asked you, Patrice!
How I Met Your Mother. Then, TV's #1 new show keeps getting hotter.
You have an air conditioner that works?
Oh, it works.
How I Met Your Mother and Two Broke Girls. New episodes Monday.
From time to time, we come across someone who can do something so remarkable that it defies belief, and in this case, seems to defy gravity. It's the story of Alex Honnold. He's a 26-year-old rock climber from